Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Rachael Ellis.
And I'm Chris Watkins.
This week on SPTV News, UWSP students protested at the Capitol. The women's hockey team clinched second place in the WIAC tournament, and a famous dance company is coming to Stevens Point.
All this and more when we return.
From the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, this is your SPTV News with Rachael Ellis and Chris Watkins.
About 14,000 protesters gathered at the Capitol building in Madison, including a group of UWSP students. SPTV's Nicole Pfeiffer and Rachael Ellis have the details.
This past week, the Wisconsin State Legislature passed 3 new bills that will have negative impacts on immigrants all over the state. This bill includes the SB 533, which will prevent Milwaukee County from creating local and state ID cards, the AB 450, which will get rid of sanctuary cities, and lastly, a bill to impound cars for those who don't have a license. This is a concerning issue for everyone because it promotes racial profiling.
In my opinion, if police officers are already doing that, just profiling me oh, I'm pretty sure I pulled that vehicle over and they didn't have a license. I've gotten pulled over and they're like, oh, you don't have a driver's license. And I'm like, oh, actually I do, that kind of thing. So if that's already happening as it is right now, once the laws are passed and police officers are then, they're told to profile people, it's going to happen a lot more.
Students found out about the bill only after it passed and was announced on social media.
Oh, that was a harsh night. We heard about this when we were doing a fundraiser late at night, about
11:30 on the 9th.
Yeah.
So it was just on social media. I think Instagram they found out, and then Facebook
overflooded. Yeah.
The lack of coverage on the bill is shocking considering the impact it can have on the lives of immigrants living in Wisconsin. UWSP students have an emotional connection to this bill as it affects the lives of their families directly.
I was born here, my father is not. He came here at a very young age. Most of his family did also. So that's a lot of his side that won't be able to come visit us. My sister's graduating from high school. They want to be here to see that. If the laws pass, most likely not able to happen. Or me graduating from college, so it's sad.
My family, they're not from here either. I was born here, but it really does affect everyone, including myself. My parents don't have licenses. My sisters don't have licenses, so they never got a chance to get a higher education because we don't necessarily have the money for it.
Students will be traveling to the Capitol in Madison to protest. Other schools such as UW-La Crosse, Oshkosh, and Whitewater may be attending the event as well. They will be meeting up with the group Voices de la Frontera, the immigrants' rights organization who coordinated the event.
So the protest is Thursday, February 18th at 10 a.m. at Madison, the Capitol, and so we as a group are trying to take as many students as possible and to just protest these 3 bills.
The Latino Student Alliance is hoping people will raise their voices to protest these bills.
Voice your opinion, stand up with us, and join the cause.
Reporting for SPTV News with Rachael Ellis, I'm Nicole Pfeiffer.
The state Senate will be voting on these bills relatively soon, but it has not been scheduled just yet.
The UW-Stevens Point Counseling Center is bringing a biologist, activist, and author to campus. Julia Serrano, author of Whipping Girl, a transsexual woman on sexism and the scapegoating of femininity, will be coming to campus. Using humor and personal experiences, Julia will speak about how the different genders are viewed and interpreted. She makes the case that gender entitlement is the root of all forms of sexism. This talk will be held in the DUC Theater on March 3rd at 5 p.m.
Want to know how to make a difference in Wisconsin? Noble Runman has the story.
The service trip program at UWSP allows students to help those in need.
So our service trip program, we do week-long trips and we also do weekend trips, and this is our weekend trip, so it's called the Inner City Impact because we typically go right down to Milwaukee and we spend the weekend there volunteering within the city, which is the inner city part of it.
The Inner City Impact trip helps impoverished people, and each time the trip focuses on a different aspect.
What we do is we volunteer typically with 3 different organizations there, and this time we were focusing on the social justice issue of homelessness and poverty. So all the organizations that we'll be working with are organizations who focus on those areas. So a lot of homeless shelters or food banks. Those are the types of organizations we're working with.
Riddhi Gandhi talked about her first experience and encounter with Inner City Impact last year.
I did not know anybody that went on a trip. All I knew was that it was a volunteer opportunity where you can go to Milwaukee, you get to explore, and you also get to volunteer.
Gandhi said that the overall experience was rewarding.
My experience definitely was really rewarding. I was able to meet a lot of people. A lot of people that I met are my friends now, so that's really cool. I was able to get a better understanding of people that live on food stamps or just hunger and homelessness itself. I'm more prone to donating clothes or to the cupboard because I know it's a necessity.
Applications for the trip and future trips can be found online at www.uwsp.edu/centers/SIEO. For SPTV, I'm Noble Runman.
Applications for Intercity Impact are due on March 9th.
Are you interested in learning more about sex? Well, SPTV's Laura Campo and Noble Redmond will tell you how.
The College Feminists held the Sex Positivity Workshop this past Wednesday to talk about one thing: sex.
I feel like it's an important issue, especially sex positivity, to start sharing with the campus, because one of the most important things that we believe here at UWSP is being a liberal arts college, and I think one of the most important parts about being a liberal arts college is talking about relevant issues that are important in changing our generation and our world.
Caitlin Matheny and Madeline Abatacola, a couple of the workshop leaders, believe that this is a crucial subject.
Because it's important to start talking about these types of things, as well as recognizing all the different opinions that go with such a volatile subject as sex.
In our culture, sex is so taboo and people feel so shamed for it that I feel we really need to change that conversation about it.
Matheny says that she hopes what they're doing can affect others.
Not many people like to talk about sex, or they only talk about it with their friends, but hopefully opening up a discussion here will open up a discussion somewhere else, and so on and so forth as a pay it forward type of deal.
The workshop served as a safe space for students to open up about their sexuality.
Thankfully, the people who are leading this event aren't really biased or have any prejudices against anyone here. Male, female, transgender, cisgender, it doesn't really matter. And the other thing that they can expect is a lot of good information and good opinions and honesty.
For SPTV, with Laura Campo, I'm Noble Runman.
Next month, the College Feminists will be dealing with gender equality.
Looking for work? UWSP juniors and seniors are invited to check out the Central Wisconsin Collegiate Job Fair on Tuesday. 60 different employers will be looking to hire. If you are interested in participating, dress in business casual attire and bring copies of your resume and possibly business cards. The fair will be held in the DUC Laird Room from noon to 4 p.m.
McDonald's on Division Street held a pre-event fundraiser on Thursday night. SPTV's JJ Luther has more.
If you're looking for something to do tomorrow night, stop by McDonald's to support the community with the event going on next week called The Night That Love Built. It is an event put on to help proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House in Marshfield to help sick children and their families who are in need.
What the Ronald House does is that you have either, like I said, just any type of medical condition. You can have a child staying at a hospital near the Ronald House. The Ronald House for Marshfield is right across the street from the hospital. And primarily what we do is we take these families in, we feed them, we give them a room to stay in, a family area. So that kind of takes away from worrying about, expenses of rent or having to stay at a hotel. And plus that, what I also tell people that we offer is that it's incredibly difficult to imagine going through a situation like this. And we have families who may not be going through a similar situation, but understand what it's like to have an ill child.
And even though tomorrow night is a preview night for next week's event, there are still tons of volunteers that are helping out, and you can too.
I would say that even if it doesn't have a personal effect on you, it helps so many people in your community that you don't even know. It could be your next door neighbor, and you don't even know that they're going through this.
and this, you could be helping them in a way that they don't even know, and it helps so many people.
For SPTV News, I'm JJ Luther.
The full fundraising event will be held on February 25th at 6 p.m. at Century World. We will have more on the story next week.
Prepare to get pelted with paint. The UWSP Paintball Club will be bringing students to Grand Valley Paintball in Wausau. People of all experience levels are welcome on the trip. The club can provide you with gear if you don't have any. Spots are, however, limited. The sign-up sheets are located in the URS office on the second floor of the DUC. The cost is $10 or $5 for members of the club.
So you've got to have a lot of balls to play this game.
Indeed you do. And I've never been paintballing before, but it seems pretty fun. I could channel my inner Call of Duty character.
Yeah, I've never been either, but it seems like it would be something exciting, something a little bit more out of the ordinary to do. So
yeah, I just hope I don't end up like Johnny Knoxville when he got paintballed. That was pretty bad.
Yeah, that would not be fun. No.
At all.
No. The UWSP Veterans Club hosted the official launch party for the book, See Me for Who I Am. Sarah Burkard has the story.
UW-Stevens Point veterans gathered to celebrate the publishing of the book, See Me for Who I Am, at its official launch party in the DUC. The book, authored by 20 student veterans at UW-Stevens Point, is a collection of essays aimed at undermining stereotypes of military service. See Me for Who I Am, Student Veteran Stories of War and Coming Home, works to bridge a gap that divides veterans from American people they fought to protect. The essays were written by a UW-Stevens Point class taught and developed by David Krissinger, a class only open to veterans and one of few of its kind across the country. The event was sponsored by UWSP Veterans Club and editor David Krissinger. Students read excerpts of the book and had a signing afterward. To order the book, one can pre-order it on Amazon.com. I'm Sarah Burkard with SPTV News.
Catfish, fried chicken, baked mac and cheese, and more will be served by the Black Student Union as a part of Soul Food Sunday. Mississippian Mary Shepard will speak about Black history, and music will be played by Chicago's DJ Finesser. Tickets are available at the information desk in the DUC. They cost $15 for students and $20 for the general public. Children under 12 are free.
Thanks in large part to their sustainability film series, the UWSP Sustainability Office is gaining notoriety across campus. Ellie Corbin is one of the key contributors. SPTV's Chris Watkins has more.
Ellie Corbin began as a volunteer, but has developed into one of the main catalysts for the success of the Sustainability Department. She has assisted in organizing various events, including the Sustainability Film Series.
She came and volunteered with us for a semester, doing random work and sort of getting to see all of the different positions within the office. And then at the end of last year, all of the people that I had working graduated. So we had a large number of openings basically for all those positions, and Ellie sort of had her first choice.
I really wanted to do this because I enjoy getting to know people, and I really care about our environment and about how we affect it and how we have impacted it. And I want to be able to spread the word about little things, just little things we can do, or big things that we can do that lessen our impact on the environment.
Ellie spoke about the importance of the Sustainability Office as well as how to get involved.
We really stand for promoting awareness about what sustainability even is. I go around and I talk to some people and they don't even know what the word sustainability is. And I know our campus is known for being highly good with renewable energies and also electricity, and we are try to be as sustainable as possible. We have some different ways you can contact us. We are in Nelson Hall, the second floor, 226. We would love to have visitors and to get to know you. And we also have a email that is sustainability.office@UWSP. And that is a great way to contact us, to just let us know you're interested.
The Department of Sustainability is currently seeking volunteer workers. For SPTV News, I'm Chris Watkins.
For more information about green programs on campus, check out the sustainability page on the UWSP website.
Shinedown, Backstreet Boys, Supertramp, and Chase Rice are just some of the amazing bands CEO Ryan McCaffrey has worked with. McCaffrey will be coming to UWSP to speak with students about his roller coaster journey of creating the globally successful company, McCaffrey Audio. The Student Business and Economics event counts as 1 credit and will be held in CPS room 310 from 6 to 7 p.m. on Monday.
Citing sources can be a tiring task, but luckily the UWSP Library is hoping to help by hosting a workshop to teach students and faculty how to create EndNote bibliographies. EndNote is a cloud-based citation manager. This free workshop will be held in the LRC, room 316 on Tuesday. It will begin at 3:30 p.m. and will last no longer than an hour.
Centertainment Productions will be hosting UWSP and the Chocolate Factory on Friday, March 4th. They will be serving Violet's Bubblegum Dinner featuring tomato soup, roast beef, baked potato, and blueberry pie with ice cream. At 9 p.m., participants will build gingerbread dorm rooms, and at 10 p.m. there will be a candy buffet and screening of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Participants are welcome to join at any point during this series of events. It will begin in the Encore and end in the Alumni Room of the DUC. The evening is free with student ID or $5 without. Space is limited, so signing up in advance is recommended.
And that's all we have for news today. Ben Zitouni has the latest in sports when we return.
Like to talk about sports? Join Final Take every Tuesday at 4 p.m. At Final Take, anything pointers, anything sports.
Don't have a television? Don't worry. SPTV is available on demand at uwsp.edu/SPTV. Find your favorite shows on our website, plus links to all of our YouTube content. Stay up to date with SPTV news that includes information about campus and community happenings. And don't forget to like us on Facebook, we're SPTV-UWSP Television. SPTV. Let's make media together.
And now, Ben Zitouni with your SPTV Sports.
Welcome back. The Pointers men's basketball team clinched a spot in the WIAC tournament with a 72-64 win over Platteville Wednesday night, led by Sean McGann's career-high 35 points. McGann was 14 of 19 from the field, including 8 of 8 in the second half. Steven Pelkoffer added 11 points as the Pointers shot 80% in the second half. The Pointers finish out the regular season on Saturday when they visit La Crosse. The 19th-ranked women's basketball team clinched a third seed in their WIAC tournament with a 67-54 win over Platteville. The Pointers led the entire game and jumped out to a 41-19 lead at the half. Sarah Gamillo and Lauren Anklam paced the Pointers with 10 points apiece, while Ellie Maselli added 9 points with 12 rebounds. The Pointers outscored the Pioneers from the free-throw line 19-3. The Pointers wrap up the regular season Saturday when they host La Crosse. They will then host the 6th seed on Tuesday in the first round of the WIAC tournament. The 4th-ranked Pointers men's hockey team defeated Stout on Friday night, 5-2, putting them in first place in the conference. However, they were topped 2-1 by Eau Claire the following night. That, coupled with a win by River Falls, fell to third place in the final standings. The Pointers have this weekend off before they travel to Eau Claire for the semifinals of the WIAC tournament. The Pointers women's hockey team clinched second place in the WIAC tournament by defeating Superior 6-1 Friday night, then skating to a 2-2 tie with them on Saturday. 6 different Pointers scored goals in the 6-1 win on Saturday. Emily Lester scored a goal with 37 seconds left remaining to tie the game. The Pointers host Concordia, Wisconsin on Saturday to end the regular season. The Pointers track and field team is off to a strong start. I spoke to the associate head coach about his expectations for the season. The UWSP track team has had success for both the men's and women's teams this year. The youth of the team hasn't held them back.
We do have a lot of young athletes that are very talented. None of them have experienced a conference championship yet. We would love to see a couple of them. They have the talent to get to the national championships, but when a freshman's never experienced the level of competition and the intensity that they're going to see at a WIAC championship or nationals, it's hard to say.
Although this team is inexperienced, senior jumper Jordan Richards is currently ranked third in the country in the long jump.
I think it can be summed up in one word: he's motivated. As coaches, we talk frequently that we can give you the blueprint for success that you have to follow, and we can push you at practice to try to maximize your abilities and your talents, but ultimately it comes down to if the student athletes want the success bad enough that they're going to do the things that need to be done when coaches aren't looking.
As the end of the season nears, the Pointers look to continue their success.
I guess my expectations would be that those that have been to a national championship hopefully can get back to it and potentially improve upon their performances in the past. And then let's see what we can do as far as getting some young people there and getting that experience early in their careers, and see how we as a team handle the pressure of the championships in general. We'd love to be a top 3 team at the WIAC championships.
Next meet for the Pointers is the Big Dog Invite, held on February 20th in Stevens Point. The WIAC championships will take place a week later in Oshkosh. For SPTV Sports, I'm Ben Zitouni. The Pointers wrestling team hosted the WIAC championships this past Sunday. SPTV's Nathan Hansen has more.
The WIAC wrestling tournament was held on Sunday, February 14th at the Quant Gym in Stevens Point. As a team, the Pointers placed 3rd out of 6.
We had some good matches. We wrestled pretty well. I think we finished probably where everybody expected us to, but obviously we were hoping to finish better than what we did. Nothing really bad happened. We just need to wrestle a little bit better when we get toward the end of the season. We had other guys that were in the finals too, so we have opportunities. We just need to improve on those opportunities. The nice thing about our team is, of the 9 guys that we put in the tournament as far as starters go, we're returning everybody except for 1 guy. So I feel like as long as we work hard and continue to improve, then we're going to be in there for the title hunt. The biggest thing for us is going to be the regional tournament. That's the one that qualifies our guys to the national tournament. And so in wrestling, that's pretty much what you're looking for is those last 2 tournaments. You know, that regional qualifier is very, very important. And then you got to get to the guys to the national tournament to do something. And so right now we're just trying to gear everything to get them ready for that. We have a duel on Friday, and then we'll have pretty much a full week of practice to get ready for the regional championship.
Next match is on Friday, February 19th in Minneapolis against Augsburg. Well guys, baseball starts, spring training starts tomorrow. Are you ready for another disappointing season of Mariners baseball?
Yeah, such has become life. You know, after a while, with such being consistent for a long time, you kind of just get used to it, so I'm about ready.
What about you, being a Cubs fan? Are they going to make it to the World Series this year?
You know what? I have hope. I have faith. I am so excited. Our team is looking up. We looked great last year, and we're going to leave it even better this year. So I have faith.
Well, I'm a Brewers fan through and through, so...
I'm sorry.
My condolences.
Well, yeah, whatever. But anyway, it's going to be a rough 3 to 5 seasons, but I'm going to stick it through, be a true fan, and get ready to see some of the young prospects hopefully up this year.
More props to you. One thing, Rachel, is there any room on that bandwagon?
Yeah, there's always room over here. You wanna?
I'll see you in October.
Hop on?
Yeah.
Cool.
And on that note, we'll be right back. Up next, Sarah Burkard has the latest in entertainment.
Want to see a news show from behind the scenes? Feel free to stop by the studio to check out SPTV News on Thursdays at 5 p.m. We're always looking for more volunteers both on air and off to join our team. Stop by room 118 and 130 in the Communications Arts Center if you'd like to learn more about it or just to say hello.
Interested in TV and like to talk about sports? Then Final Take is the thing for you. Final Take films every Tuesday at 4 p.m. in the CAC room 121. Come and join the fun. At Final Take, anything pointers, anything sports.
Don't let the snow and cold get you down this winter. The frozen tundra outside may keep you indoors, but here at SPTV, we'll still be getting you the best news, sports coverage, and entertainment that you need. Don't freeze your fingers and toes off to find out what's happening around campus. Stay warm, everyone.
And now, Sarah Burkard with your latest SPTV entertainment.
Centertainment is hosting their second annual Battle of the Bands at UWSP on February 25th. These are all UWSP student-based bands that will be performing for the first time on campus. Whichever band wins the battle will be guaranteed a headlining spot in the encore room during the next fall semester. Bring your student ID to get in for free, or it'll cost $5 without one. The show will begin at 8 p.m. in the encore room inside the DUC. Another stand-up comic is coming to UWSP. Bob O'Reilly is originally from Cleveland, Ohio, has made his appearance on Comedy Central, Last Comic Standing, and The Tonight Show. He has toured over 400 different colleges and has recently been named one of LA's weekly top 10 comedian acts to watch, and one of Funny or Die's 30 comedians to watch under 30. The show will be held on March 5th and at 8 p.m. in the encore room in the DUC. The Theater and Dance Department is inviting UWSP students and members of the public to come to their screening of A Midsummer Night's Dream. It will be showing in the Noel Fine Arts Center in room 280, the Warren Gerd Jenkins Theater. It will begin at 7:30 and end at 10 p.m. on Friday, February March 4th. A Philadelphia-based hip-hop dance company is coming to Stevens Point next month. Rennie Harris Pure Movement is performing their signature works and their new showcase, Nuttin' But a Word. The company is based off of African American traditions while putting a little bit of a newer generation spin on it. The dance company has been founded in 1992 by Rennie Harris himself. He is known as the most influential spokesperson for the origins of street dance styles. The showcase will be a public performance on March 31st at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $20 a piece and will start going on sale February 21st at the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point University Information Ticket Desk located in the DUC. A night of folk rock music will be taking place inside the Encore Room March 3rd. The Brothers Burn Mountain, a band originally from Sparta, Minnesota, will be performing that night with Feed Dog as the opening act. The concert will be starting at 8 p.m. and go on until 10 p.m. This is free admission if you remember to bring your student ID. For information about the Brothers Burn Mountain Band, you can always look at the website www.thebrothersburnmountain.com. That's all we have for entertainment this week. We will return after the break.
Reporting for SPTV, I'm Rachael Ellis.
Noble Run. Ben Zitouni.
Milica Mitrovic.
Jen Richardson.
Sarah Burkard.
Nathan Hansen.
Nicole Pfeiffer.
JJ Luther.
I'm Chris Watkins. So, WBAs are upon us. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love winning. We won, I think. I think we won like 8 awards last year, so I mean, I'm sure everybody would love to win more than that and show all the other schools why we're the best.
Yes, it's going to be my first one as well, and I cannot wait. The experience I heard is just really fun. And like you said, Ben, the winning. I've been pretty used to winning as of late, except for a couple weeks ago. But unfortunately, that is all we have for you guys this week. We will not be having news next week since SPTV will be traveling to Madison for the WBAs, but be sure to check out our social media pages for upcoming stories and updates. We'll see you in 2 weeks, Stevens Point. Have a great night.